Hi friends, Andy Vegan with the spicy cashews. I have 2 cups of cashews here, and nuts are so nice a snack. So I would do some spicy ones, a variation to snack on. Now and then I like to also take a handful of nuts and snack away. It's also very nice. No weight gain, guaranteed by science. But also nice to have some variety, and by doing my little spices here, I can a little experiment. Today I try season the cashews with the paprika and the salt. I did a similar thing with almonds recently. Now I show with the cashews a little bit different. Here for 2 cups of cashews I have a half teaspoon of paprika and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I use the Himalayan salt, but you can have any kind of salt you like, of course. Himalayan salt a little bit more full of nutrients, a little bit more than the regular salt, at least. The sea salt is also very good. Yeah, it's okay. So then combine that. It's easy, there's dry ingredients and pretty regular spices, so I can easily remember to combine the paprika and the salt and the cashews in one little group. That's for my mind only, that I can don't forget it so easily, and then also when I taste it, I know what I eat. As a chef, it's good. If I want to learn how to cook, it's good to translate the spices and the flavors I eat into the spices they are made of. So that's why I like to remember what I do. The first part are the cashews with the salt and the paprika. Second part is also something I use pretty often. It's date, lemon and ginger. I use these 3 also together pretty often to enhance the flavor, to make it sour sweet. That's, people like it a lot, sour sweet. I have 10 dates here and half a lemon and a centimeter or so of ginger root. A small ginger root, not too much. Yeah, it's not so much about the big measurements with dates and lemon. Lemon you could easily go too much. If you have too much lemon in there, that can taste through a little bit, and too much ginger also. But so take it easy with the lemon and the ginger, especially the lemon. Ginger is still okay, and the nuts, they are strong. The lemon, if it's too sour, but we have always the dates here to balance the lemon, so it will be okay. You don't do it too much. So half a lemon, 10 dates, and a little piece of ginger. And the third part are the more complex spices, the hot ones. And here I have a little change. And the first recipe with the almonds, I had onions. I tell you what I have here is better. Some onion powder, garlic powder, and mustard seed. Yeah, that's what I have here. You see, hot ingredients. Yeah. Onion powder is a little bit more than the others. They're not so strong, but garlic powder, you have to be careful. I make my own garlic and onion powder. It's very easy to make. It takes some time, dehydration time, and you have to peel the onions and the garlic. It takes some time because you need a lot and get only a small quantity. But for seasoned food, it's very nice. But you have to be careful. Here's a lot of garlic in there, and it's dried, so it's not so hot as when you have the fresh garlic. But the flavor is very nice and garlicky. But don't take too much. It's a quarter teaspoon only. And I have a half teaspoon of onion powder, as I say, a little bit more than garlic, and a quarter teaspoon of mustard seed also. Mustard seed is also a very strong flavor. I have the dark mustard seed, you see. They are more expensive than the yellow ones. I prefer the dark ones. The guy in the shop with the super spices, he told me what there is no difference between yellow and brown usually. I said, well, I tried the yellow ones. I always go back to the brown ones, even if they are a little bit more expensive. To me, they taste different. Even if I make my own mustard, and then I taste it very clearly. It's a more rounded flavor to me. And here, so I go on using the brown mustard seeds if I have, but only a quarter teaspoon, of course, not more. So I put that into my dates, lemon, and ginger too. My third group here. I remember the spices very well. I repeat it for you. I have the cashews with the paprika and the Himalayan salt. First 3. Second group is lemon, ginger and date, also easy. A third group is a little bit more heavy, not more hot. That is a mustard seed, onion and garlic powder. A little bit of water only to make it not too runny, because I want to dehydrate it afterwards. So I don't even use a half of a cup of water, maybe a third cup or a quarter cup or so, because there's the lemon already, it's runny, and let's see if that works. I have to close the kitchen door. It's late night, so the neighbors are okay if I close my doors and windows, then they feel okay. It's a big house, you know, they have big walls here, an ancient house, so they won't fall out of their beds. Blender dance. It's getting louder and louder. That means I have a little bit too little quantity, volume in the blender. I put some more water. It will be a little bit more runny, but the blender will like it better. Otherwise the ingredients will splash all over the blender and I have to scrape it out, and then a little bit more water will do it. I always start with a little bit less water than used. They're better than more, otherwise I cannot take it out again. Once I can't open the door again. So now I have to use the scraper. I have a soft one here. For my blender it's perfect. And I will put it now onto my nuts, so the cashews with the paprika and the salt. Here. I prepare a little bit for you with the scraper, and then I show you what it looks like, the marinade. So I can show you in a moment. A second. Here are my nuts, and paprika and salt. And here comes the dates, the lemon, onion, garlic, mustard seed. What else was in there? Ginger seed, dates, ginger, yeah. So a little bit more. And now I'm curious, all the nuts, they have a different flavor. The cashews are a little bit sweeter, the dates a little bit more bitter. They're famous for their bitter, sweet flavor of the almonds. They are actually not nuts, the almonds, they are berries. Did you know that? But that's only biological difference, food category. In the kitchen we take it all as nuts. Even the peanuts in the kitchen we use it mostly as nuts. Yeah, even if the peanuts are not nuts, they are legumes, like the peas and the beans. The peas are the same like peanuts, but we use it as nuts usually, most of the time. I have some more. Recently, I have made some more dishes where the different characters of these ingredients come forth a little bit. It's also nice, especially with peanuts. They can be used very nicely in dishes where the fact that they have more protein comes very strong into the flavor. That's another subject. It goes with saltiness a little bit better than other nuts. So here I just combine my cashews and spread the marinade evenly. And then I will put it on the teflex sheet of my dehydrator. It's one tray, 2 cups is usually one tray. It's one tray. Teflex sheet means that it is not a mesh, so the air doesn't go through. Therefore they have something runny to dehydrate. In this case I have the marinade. I show you. That's what it looks like. Yeah. And you don't need to soak them, the cashews. They are soaking now. together with the marinade that will be soaking. And before I turn them around, it takes maybe 4 hours or so, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or maybe 42 or so Celsius, dehydrator. So it takes 4 hours until I can flip it around, and in this 4 hours they will have been soaked, and the spices will be inside of the nuts already. And that's what we want. We want to have the marination change the flavor a little bit, so it makes it more exciting. So I share them a little bit on the teflex sheet here, on my dehydrator tray. That is easier for the nuts to dry, to dehydrate, because when they're all close together, it takes longer, of course. The more spaces between them, the more the hot air, the warm air can go between them, and it's easier for them to dry. And it is less expensive because we need energy for dehydration. If you don't have the sun to do the job outside with the animals, maybe you can have a mesh around the nuts to keep off the flies. Then you can put it also in the sun. But you have to be careful when you want to have only 40 degrees. The sun may also go up to 60 degrees in the sun. So maybe you put it in the shade if you care for that. That's not necessary. If you only happen to have an oven, so you have no dehydrator, that's an oven, you can also use the oven and use it on the smallest position. So maybe 50 degrees, many have 50 degrees. The modern ones, the more expensive ones, they also have 40 or 30 degrees. So then you can choose, but if you have only 50 degrees, okay, I mean, I would still use it. You can make your own experience with that. And if you feel it's worth to get a dehydrator, I won't miss my one. It's so nice to make the crunchy, crispy crackers and the spicy nuts and savory nuts and these kind of things. There are so many things you can do with the dehydrator, but usually it's more additionally. I can work also without. It's also possible. But once I had it, I was very happy. I was very happy to have it. So now I show you what I have here. And we'll dehydrate it, I said, for 4 or 5 hours or so. And then I can turn it around on the grid, so then easier with the air going through. See, 1 tray, 2 cups. And I will show you. I come back and show you when I flip it around. Until then, for you in a second, for me for 5 hours. Have a nice day. See you soon. Here I am, 4 or 5 hours later. And here, look at the cashews now. They are still a little bit soft, but far enough that I can turn them around. They stick a little bit, see? And they're already beginning to get crispy, but they need some more time. So it's nicer to turn them around. I will use this scraper to get them off the sheet easily, and then I will flip them around easily with a second tray on the mesh dehydrator sheet. This one is the teflex dehydrator sheet. And then I show you the mesh one. I can already smell, and I tasted one of the cashews, and they're really tasting so delicious. I'm so glad I did try this mixture. It's really amazing. It's a very gentle flavor, but still everything is there. And I see that the cashews have soaked now in the marinade, so it's very nice effect. They are larger now than before because they soaked, and the good flavors are inside. Here is my second tray with the grid, the mesh, and it's so the wind goes through the hot air or the warm air. Just turn it around, put it on top, and now I can flip it around like this. One fell down. And I can peel it off. Like this, and that's all that remains here. Pretty good, right? So again, I spread them evenly here a little bit. Yeah, it's still a bit wet. It's a bit moist, but it's wonderful. I don't know, tomorrow, it's the middle of the night now, I stayed up because I had something to do, and it's good to turn them around now, because tomorrow morning I guess I can take a photo when they're done and put them in a sealed container. And then they will keep out at least for 2 months. They could even keep, if I don't eat them before I offer to my friends, they could easily keep for half a year. But because they are dry now, not yet, but they will be dry. And once the water is out of the nuts, then they won't turn bad. So you only have to make sure that the container is sealed and no air is coming in. And then they will keep. And they will stay crispy. That's really fantastic. I tried that, and they will not get wet and soggy. They're just crispy. They stay like on the first day. They stay crispy. That is wonderful. It's a really wonderful snack. And these amazing cashew nuts, they are a little bit more expensive than the other nuts. Many of the other nuts, they are perfect for this. Yeah. So I try to make it even here, takes some time, and then here, this goes right back into the dehydrator for another 4 or 5 hours. I don't know how long it will take until they're crispy, really dry, and then I seal them and take a photo, seal them, and ready to enjoy. I hope you enjoyed my little demo. You may subscribe to MD Vegan on YouTube. I would be glad to have you there if you like. And then you can see a new recipe every single day. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. See you soon.